Hello! Had a little bit of a little mishap then with my phone. So good morning. I'm officially old now. I've bought myself a jogging suit. I've got a matching top and some new jogging pants because, let's face it, comfies is what we're wearing all the time now. So I've got my new joggers on today for you. Not that you can see them, but yeah. Oh, I had my laptop switched on. So I couldn't get on the chat before, but now it says I'm connected, so I don't know what's happening. And this is a lamp, by the way. I need to move it. It's just here for some light this morning because my other lamp's broken. So welcome to Coffee and Card. Ooh, round 7, week 4. Let me put the phone in the thing, and then my YouTube's all changed. Oh, I can't get it to move. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's all a bit hard work this morning. Mind you, the card today is so easy, so we can have chats this morning as well to keep us. Oh, the squirrels just come in the garden. Come to join us. Right, let's see who's on. And as usual, I'm messing about with this grid paper. There we go. There we go. Right. Oh, so let's see who's on. 10 of you. So if you could do a thumbs up, that would be amazing. Hi, Karen. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Jill. Hi, Lorraine. Hi. Oh, I've just said hi to Jill. Hi, Linda. Hi, Wendy. You're already smiling and we've not even started. Well, I'll see if I'm trying to think if I've got anything funny to tell you to make you smile. I don't, yeah, I have got something funny, but maybe that's not appropriate. But anyway, so my little niece was 7 on Sunday, which was quite difficult because I went to see her. I literally went to drop off her present on the doorstep and she stood on the doorstep, I stood in the driveway, and I watched her open her presents on the doorstep. I've not seen her in person since February, so it was nice, but it was hard. Oh, hi, Geraldine. It was nice, but it was hard, and she's 7, she understands, so we were blowing kisses and catching kisses and things like that. And she liked her presents, and she loved her card. She came running back out when she'd opened the card inside to say how much she loved the card. So that's really nice. My glasses are really dirty this morning, so I'm just going to sort those out. It's a little bit dark today. I'm going out for a walk with a friend this afternoon, actually. So I'm looking forward to that bit of exercise, blow the cobwebs away. I think it's quite mild out today. I think it said it was going to be 10 degrees or something. So. Today we're going to do this card. Now this is really easy. Oh, hi Margaret. This is a really easy card. And there's stuff you can do to make it a bit more difficult. But sometimes we all need an easy card and an easy design, don't we? And this is that one. There's no tying bows on it. Hi Maria, hi Margaret, hi Sue. There's no tying bows. Oh, it's dead easy. So, the inks you will need today are mint macaron and shaded spruce. You could use a bit of crumb cake for distressing, but I've actually used the mint macaron for this one. And I've not even got my stamp set out. How bad is that? Because I was running a bit late today because we've got the sale on today, like 10% off from the annual catalogue sale, and some people have emailed me their orders. I'm putting in an order tonight if you're local, and that's all fine. But there's a problem with the customer facing website. Oh, hi, Kath. So I have had a couple of customer orders through that were early birds this morning, and they've come through fine. And then something's happened, and there's a problem. So if anyone is trying to... Sorry, I've got the hair in my mouth and it's annoying there. If anyone is trying to order online, then it looks like there's a bit of a problem. Now I'm just looking at my stamps to see, because I make these cards so far in advance. I'm saying a lot today, that I forget. I really do forget how I've done them. So yeah, we are using today and next week actually. We are using the filler inner stamps today. So I'm using this one, and I'm using this one, and I'm using these 3. Okay. Oh, you could actually use that other one, because I've not used that one yet. Now, I use a 3 one, and I'm using the Thinking of You, and I really do think this is a really nice card to send to someone at this time. I think I'm a bit anxious. I'm really a bit anxious at the minute. I'm anxious because the flipping media is making me anxious, and I'm anxious over all this Christmas thing, and I'm just anxious over Christmas stuff, and I think I'm anxious that it's all going to blow up if the start. And I know this is maybe not the place to talk about stuff, but sometimes it's the only chance I get to talk to other people other than those who I live with. Yeah, I know they're aware, Wendy. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, I'm just like, you know, like everybody, you know, we all want to do stuff at Christmas. We all want to do stuff, but I just think I don't want us as a nation to undo any good that we've done. And I just think that this is my opinion. You know, like how many... Now, this is totally different if you live a distance away. I know if people don't live... yeah, and I'm so pleased to see other people are anxious. I'm not pleased to see that you're anxious, don't get me wrong, but I'm pleased that I'm not on my own. And if you live a distance away from your family, I get that some families every Christmas might drive to their family and spend 4 or 5 days because that's to make it worth their while. But I would think that that's not a massive majority. And why say to people you can do this for 5 days? Most people just want to spend maybe Christmas Day and Boxing Day at a push, you know. I'd be happy just to see my boys on Christmas Day, you know. Oh, it's so nice to know I'm not on my own. I just think if you tell the British public, a lot of them, I'm not saying everyone, but if you say you can do all this for 5 days, people will think that they have to do that for 5 days. People will do that for where they wouldn't have normally done. So, you know, I'm really on my soapbox, I think, a bit this morning, but you know, I've missed going into my parents' house. I've not been in my parents' house since March, but I don't want to go into my parents' house at Christmas. They've not got a massive house anyway. Distancing will be really difficult. And yeah, that's just how I feel. And I'm sorry that this has become about that. But I just want to recognise that there is a lot of anxiousness about at the minute. So let's forget about all that and do some nice crafting. And let's send this card to someone who we're thinking of that might be a bit anxious. So we're going to do a little bit of stamping. You should have an oval that I've die cut for you. Yeah, the virus won't go away for Christmas. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, you know, that's just my thoughts. And the craft channel's maybe not the place to air them, but, you know, sometimes it's nice just to say things out loud. Then you've got a piece of mint macaron that I've embossed. And this is a lovely, lovely set of embossing folders. And let me point them out to you. The smaller ones, and you get 2 in a pack. I think they're about 7.5 inches wide. Let me find them. Yeah. They're on page 9. They're called Wrapped in Texture, and they're actually 8.6 centimetres wide. So they do a lovely, you know, they don't do the whole front of a card, but you get 2 different designs in a pack for £7.50. And we've used this one on the left. The other one's like a bit like a waffle pattern. Okay, so that's what I've used on this one. And then I've got a piece of card to go behind it in shaded spruce. And then I've got the mint macaron card. If I can't tell you, can I tell? Exactly. So yeah, so anyway, it is, I think everybody, I just don't think everybody's sensible, that's the thing. So right, I'm going to put my mat under my grid paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp. I've not got much room today. Well, I've only got the same room as I normally have, haven't I? So I'm going to put my ink pads up there actually, and I'll put my stamps down here. I like to have my little catch-up chats with you though, put the world to rights. So what I'm going to do first is stamp the big tree in shaded spruce in the nearly put it wrong, in the foreground. Okay, now I do like using this one. Oh, that is very dark. Maybe I stamped off on that one, but never mind. And then I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to do it lower. Now, can you see it? Some of the ink is still dark because it's not stamped it all properly. So don't put that dark bit on your project because you'll have a two-tone. I'm going to go lower down, and it won't catch it. So I'm going to overlap and go a bit lower down, like that. Okay, it's very dark, that. And then I am going to get the middle-sized one. So it's this one. The first one was this one, and then I'm using this one. Hi, Julie. I'm going to go in mint macaron, and first things, I'm going to just test that. Yep. I'm going to stamp in the middle of these two. Tall one there, so it pops out there. And then I'm going to stamp another one here. Just making a little forest of trees. Now, these ones look like they've had the darker ink on, so I just want to check that they've not. Oh, they do look a bit dark. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have inked up my mint macaron with them. Maybe I should have cleaned them, in fact. Let me give them a clean. I shouldn't have really done that. Don't do what I do. Oh, hi Anne, thanks for joining us this morning. Oh, right, just clean that off. And we'll go back in the mint macaron. Just have a tester, that's better. What I'm going to do is do a couple of the trees here, like that. And then I'm going to go back and do in between, like that. So it's a little bit of a forest. And the reason why I've gone down, you know, and I've left a space up there is because obviously I've got my sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that in the shaded sprucey. Thinking of you. It's a lovely font as well, this. There we go. Now I'm going to let that just dry. It doesn't take too long, but if I'm going to be rubbing ink around it, then I'm going to let it dry. Now, I didn't ink over the yeah. Sounds like everyone's a bit anxious. I didn't ink over the texture. If you like the inky technique, I wanted to keep this design a little bit cleaner than the past ones we've done. But if you love that inky technique, you could use your mint macaron and one of your sponges, and you can rub over the embossing. You know that we've done that before, yeah? So I'm now going to glue, and if anybody wants to make, this is such a simple card. Oh man, I keep losing my ruler. I've had to buy a second ruler now because I've lost this. The width of this is 7 centimetres and by the full length of the card, and then the piece behind it is 7.4 or 7.5, I think, actually. And then that just sticks out like that. In fact, yeah. So you've got a little border Now, if you didn't want to use as much card, you could just have a little slither and stick a little slither under there. I'm not going to ink mine, so I'm going to glue this together. I do think the mint does work well with this, with the shaded spruce, and it just gives a bit of a modern look with it. Okie doke, and then you just simply glue that onto the front of your card, like that. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Yeah, thumbs up would be brilliant. Oh, I've got 20 on this morning. I've got a few things to chat about at the end as well, Stampin' Up related. Oh, we've done 15 minutes, so that's that glued on. Now, what I am going to do is put that to one side, and I'm going to ink around the edge of this, because I just think it looks, you know me, I like to vintage it up. What I'm going to do is dab the sponge in here. Now, if you want to watch Crafting with Craig from Sunday, I got Craig doing some inking. He won't listen to me a lot of the time. I am a bit bossy with him, I must admit, when I watch it back. He likes to do his own thing. And I got him doing the inked sponged backgrounds. Actually, I've got his card here. He did a good job. Oh, I love how you two have put a thumbs up on the comments. So yeah, I just like to take the edge off that and do the green around it. I just think it makes it look really lovely. What do you think? I like it. Yeah? Well, it's like we've created, you see, you know, from one little oval of white, we've now created a little scene. We've got a little scene there. Now, what you can do, and some of you seasoned crafters will have this in your crafting arsenal, and some of you won't, and this is completely optional. But I don't know if you can see from here, but I went over this with one of our Wink of Stella, it's called, pen. And I don't know if you can see, it's done like a little gold glitter. Yeah, and I just thought that was really nice. This is the pen. This is what they look like. I don't know if they're in the sale today. I wonder if they're in the sale, if they're included, because if anybody wants one, they'll be 10% off today. Let me just have a look how much they are normally. Wink of Stella glitter brush, they're £7.50 normally, so they'd be £6.75, wouldn't they? So if anybody wants one, then I can get you one. But what you do, I don't know if you can see, I've done a bit on my hand. I've got a bit of glitter. Yeah. Anyway, you can just go over your projects, and it's sort of, it is blending. Yeah, I'm blending my ink a bit here because I'm wetting it, so just be careful. That's probably, I've just remembered, that's what I've done. That's why mine looks darker than my original, because I've gone over it and it's sort of watercoloured it and blended it. Oh, I like it. Oops, I've now got loads on my, I've now spit loads out and got it all the glimmer on my. So the gold is really nice when it's on your desk here. Can you see the nice gold? I pressed it a bit hard and I've now got gold everywhere. And I've now got like a right watercolour effect, but never mind. But yeah, if you have one of those, you could do that, and you maybe couldn't squeeze it over all on your desk like I did. But that's the story of my life. I am a bit impatient and a little bit like a bull in a china shop, as my mum would say. So there we've got, I'm going to just let that dry a bit actually, and I might do some talking and look at comments while I dry that before I finish it off and stick foam pads on. Oh, thanks, Anne. Yeah, it is really good to leave a comment afterwards. I know it was a bit stressful doing the backgrounds. That happens to you with yours. So, I'm going to use foam pads. Oops, looks like I need a new pack soon, so I'll use these edges. Bring my cards back in. And then I'm going to pop this up here. There I have my finished card. Let me just move my dirty grid paper away. They soon get dirty, these, so you can see it a bit better. There we go, there's the 2 cards from today. So it is, I always do in the 5, I always do one that's a little bit easier. And it's actually a little bit of a, it does look nice with the wooden background, doesn't it? Actually, I always forget about the Winker Stella. I always forget that we have that. And I do think it looks, see if you can see, look at that, it's shimmering. It reminds me of that Victoria Wood sketch, Saint-Laurent, Shimmering Cleavage Enhancer. Anyway, that's for another day. I was a bit of a Victoria Wood fan. Saint-Laurent. So, that was this week's, and that is it. Now, if you remember, I told you right at the beginning of the course that you would need a water brush or a paintbrush. If you've got our aqua painters, that's fine. If you've got any other brand aqua painters, that should be fine. If you could get hold of just a pot of water and a normal like children's little paintbrush, then that's super, because we are getting messy next week. Also, thank you, Anne, if you have a Whisper White craft ink, then you could use it. We actually might use your crumb cake ink as well. But if you have a craft ink and you have one of these that comes with it, a refill, because that's how they come, then you could use that next week. But it's just an optional. Shall I show you the card? Because I'm so proud of this card. And I did case it, which means a posh way of copying. It is snowy. This is a posh way of copying, but next week we are going to do this watercolour wonder, and oh my word, I love it. It's a bit different for me, this, but obviously there's not much in the way of product included in it, but I've given you a sneak peek here, but I absolutely love this card, and as you can see, I've used a water brush. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a bit better. And it's not my original design. I did copy it from someone, but I look at this and I don't want to give this card to anyone because, and this was my first attempt, I feel like an artist. But Karen, do you remember? I think the first class you came to at my studio was a watercolouring one and you fell in love with it. And what I've done is I've flicked the white craft ink on. Now, this could work with crumb cake. It might look like we've flicked mud, but we could also flick water on it and see how the water looks, see what happens with that. So that is next week's card. And I made this one about 6 weeks ago, so I've forgotten how to do it. I know Karen, I have a really good memory with some stuff, and then I have shocking memory with others. And my long-term memory is really good. But yeah, so this is next week's card. And I showed it to Craig when I met. Right, apparently I'm back now. Let's see. Let us see. I can see my hand. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that, girls. What happened was my phone rang, and even though I pressed the red button to decline the call, it just threw everything out. So, best laid plans and all that. I am back though now. No, it wasn't just you. I'm back. So yeah, what I was saying was Craig looked at this and said he thought this tree needed featuring, and did I have a little gold star or something that I could put? So that was his design idea. I thought that was really cute, actually. He's getting into it, isn't he? He's getting into it. So that's next week's. That's our last one. Which leads me on to... So you do have a little star in your kit, so please be careful, because there's only one and it's small. So it leads me on to Coffee and Card Round 8. Won't be available to collect tomorrow. It'll be next Wednesday, which will be the 2nd of December, and that'll be in time for oh, Lorraine's still buffering. You might have to refresh your screen, Lorraine. I'll try refreshing screen. So Coffee and Card booking closes today, and it will be available next Wednesday for collection, and I'll be posting out probably next Tuesday. This Saturday I've got Fancy Folds if anyone wants to watch. Then this is one of the cards, and you can watch along with me and make it. And this is another card with the Whale of a Time papers. I did rip it there, so please ignore that. So we're doing that one, and then the other one's a surprise. And then what else I've got? I've got Paper Crafts and Piano on Thursday night. And from next Thursday, we're starting our Christmas one, starting our Christmas music from next Thursday. And so Saturday I've got Fancy Folds, Thursday I've got Paper Crafts and Piano. There should be Crafting with Craig on Sunday. Next Tuesday back with Coffee and Card, and then the following Saturday I'm actually having a Saturday off, which is, I think, is it the 6th or 5th? Yeah, I'm having a Saturday off on the 5th from a class, and then I'm going to do 2 more classes. I'm going to do a afternoon tea on the 19th, so watch out for information. Oh, thank you, Fiona. Watch out for information about that soon. I've managed to drag this quick card out to a half an hour session, and a little bit of a not a moan, but I think UPS is at the door, because I've just heard someone banging at the door. So I reckon there's someone delivering a parcel. So thank you for watching this morning. Sorry about the phone call and the problems, and I will see you at my next YouTube session. So thank you for watching, and please post pictures of your cards. I'd love to see them. Thank you. Bye.